Hey Tracy, do you know why Leiden University is here?
No, I don't. I bet you're going to tell me though.
We will. Things like that and other things were part of what we'll be talking about today. But hello from Leiden. We are in the calm before the storm of
As you can see, yes. For Oktober,
Oktober, which is also known as
Leiden
Leiden Ontzet.
Ontzet.
And it is a holiday here in Leiden. It's actually Saturday, so it's the first day of a 3-day event.
3-ish in the morning of the 4th, yes, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So we'll be participating in the celebrations over the next couple of days. It's our first. We missed it last year.
We were celebrating Tracy's birthday in Amsterdam last year.
We were.
And we're going to see what this is all about. We're walking right now with Tabasco. He's with us.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a parade tonight.
Yes, we're very excited about that. There's some special ceremonial things that go on this evening. We're kind of going to take in a little bit of the city before we sit in for the parade, but we're really excited.
Yeah, so come along with us, learn a little bit about the history of Leiden Ontzet, of Oktober, and experience the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out. First Oli Bowling of the season.
When does Oli Bowling season start exactly?
Whenever it cools off, I think.
They're still warm. Perfect.
So this really is a Leiden-specific thing, and it feels even crazier than King's Day because there's just so many people who are around and out, and it feels like a local pride type thing, and it's because of the history.
Instead of a sea of orange, it is red and white everywhere.
Yeah. And Tracy, you have a little bit of the history about why this is here?
Yeah, so it commemorates the failed siege of Leiden after the 80 Years' War in 1574. So there's a lot of celebration that goes along with that, and we'll get into a little bit more in the history of it in a little bit.
Yeah, so if you've ever been through Vanderworth Park, there's actually a little bit of history that goes along with that as part of it.
Yeah, and the parade route goes along with that as well. And I believe this tradition started in 1886 of having the 3 Oktober festival. So it's a really long time.
Let's go see if we can catch the parade. We ducked into an alley real quick because it's very loud out there.
I think the party has officially begun.
The parade was super cute. Tons and tons.
Taptoe, I think, is the official name of it.
Yeah. There's tons and tons of kids there. Basically, if you're doing a sport or part of an activity in Leiden, you could do that parade.
So many kids. I was not expecting that. Tabasco got so many pets.
Yeah, every group of kids had at least 2 or 3 kids, if not 10, that wanted to pet Tabasco.
We may have held at the parade once or twice, but that's all right.
I think that's going to wrap us up for tonight. We might have maybe a beer chat, but I think that's going to be pretty much it.
Yeah, and tomorrow we are off to find some red tompoofs.
Maybe some hutspot?
Definitely some hutspot. It's tradition.
All right.
So we will see you tomorrow.
See you in the morning. And just like that, we're back.
Today is the 2nd of October.
Which it's actually Tracy's birthday. So that's a very happy birthday, Tracy.
Thank you.
But we are going to go and check out what's going on. We have a couple things we want to do today. First of all, it's probably going to be hutspot. Hutspot. That's how you say it.
Hot pot.
Hutspot.
Hutspot.
Tracy, it's, I think, time for another Oktober fact.
This one's going to be about the food on Oktober.
Us talk about food? I think that's probably on brand.
Yeah. Particularly about the hutspots.
Okay.
So it's said that when the Leiden residents came out to see if the Spanish were actually gone, all that remained was a pot of hutspots, which was vegetable and potato mash.
Okay.
Which is why we eat it during this holiday. And then the other thing I particularly don't have a great experience with is herring.
Oh, God.
Herring and white bread. And I guess tomorrow morning at 7:30, they hand that out in front of the Peterskirk, because that was what Willem the Silent and his men had brought for the Leiden residents to eat since they were starving.
Nice. Well, let's go try this hutspot.
Let's do it. So we stopped at the North End, which is one of our favorite pubs in town, and we are about to dig into Hutspot, and we actually haven't had any sort of Stampot before, so this is going to be interesting. It looks like very comfort food like, so I'm excited to try it. It looks like mashed potatoes, carrots, and then some type of meat. So here goes nothing. It kind of tastes like American pot roast. It's good. It's very good.
My turn. There's so much like sauce here. You're right on it with the pot roast. This tastes like the pot roast my mom used to make.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
First thoughts on this. This place is huge. Like, you go around a corner and there's
more rides and beers and
food and everything. To say this is in scale with King's Day has nothing on this.
This feels bigger. And I don't know if it's maybe because the last couple of years they weren't really able to do it up and they're making up for lost time, but this is crazy.
We were talking to one of the guys that was working one of the stands, and he was like, this whole thing's crazy, right? And I'm like, yeah, I kind of remember saying King's Day. He's like, no, King's Day is the whole country. Leiden Ontzet is just Leiden, and the rest of the Netherlands comes to party in Leiden. And I believe it.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. Today definitely feels like more of a family type day. I bet in the evening it's going to get a little crazier. So.
Oh, absolutely. Well, let's go see what's going on around and check everything out. Maybe get another hut spot. We're in the Vanderworth Park, which is famous for this guy right here.
Mayor Vanderworth.
And what did he do that was relevant to Oktober?
So he is revered as a hero. There's a folklore that the citizens of Leiden during the siege were starving and disease was very rampant. Thousands of people were dying. In order to keep up morale, he actually offered his arm to the people of Leiden to eat.
Yeah, that sounds a little morbid.
Yes, it is, but it's supposed to be this idea of self-sacrifice, which is why we celebrate him in Oktober.
And on the parade that we saw last night, they actually lay a wreath right up here in front of him.
Yes, they do. We missed that last night, but we did get to see the wreath being carried through.
And I have to say, there's so much going on here. Every corner you turn around, it seems like there's something else going on. If there's, 20 square meters, that's where there's somebody selling something. We just walked by a marching band exposition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff going on. We're just gonna kind of walk around and see what else is going on, but I don't think we're gonna do too terribly much today because we gotta celebrate Tracy's birthday tonight.
So we will be back tomorrow with more festivities.
Yep, tomorrow's the actual day, so we'll see if we
tomorrow.
can. It's day 3, and
it's actually Oktober.
It's actually October, so we're here experiencing what's going on. But I think before we get too deep into it, Tracy, do you want to give us another October, a little bit of history?
Sure. So on this day in 1574 was sort of when the plan of William of Orange was executed. And what they did was they flooded the areas surrounding Leiden to drive out the Spanish.
Okay.
I guess they called themselves the Water Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, the Spanish fled from the city. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of where the hutspot story comes in that we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, that makes sense. So as far as what we're going to do today, we missed a little bit of it because Tracy and I both have to work. So we spent the morning working. It's the afternoon now. We hear there's some sporting stuff going on, some very Dutch sporting stuff going on.
Like a canal jump situation?
That sounds fun.
Very excited to see that.
And then there's, we're going to go over and talk about the actual history of Leiden University and why it exists here.
And why that ties into October 3rd. So come along with us. As you can see, got a special pup guest today.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome back, Tabasco. You recovered from all your pets the other night.
Mm-hmm. He got so many pets.
So many pets.
All right, let's go and check it out.
Let's go.
So that right there is actually part of Leiden University. And for our last Leiden fact about Leiden Ontzet, we'll talk about why it's here. And it's because it's the reward that the king gave for the victory and the defense of Leiden.
The Spanish during the 80-year war.
Yeah, and so that's why Leiden is here, and it's become the university that it is today. And there's so many college students here now. It's all because of Leiden Ontzet in a way.
It's pretty cool. Leiden University's humongous here.
Yeah, and there's medical schools. It's all over the place. And I think that's going to wrap us up. There's some fireworks tonight, but we've got to get this edited and everything because we're going to be heading off to Texas soon. So check our Instagrams. You'll see lots of stuff going on with that.
Follow us along on Instagram. We also have a Facebook now.
Yeah.
We'll put the link in the description if you want to follow us on there. You're going to Texas. I'm going to Texas, Colorado, and New York.
Yeah.
So
we're splitting up a little bit so she can see more of it and be able to see some more of her family and spend some more time. Tracy, what did you think of Oktober, Leiden Ontzet, and all of it here in Leiden?
I had no idea what to expect, but it felt, to me anyway, bigger than King's Day.
Oh, absolutely. And it's one of these types of things that if you've ever been to New Orleans, not necessarily during Mardi Gras, but in the times around it, it has that kind of vibe where people are having a drink, families are out, people are doing things, and it's just really, really a lot going on and very interactive.
Yeah, the streets sort of feel like Bourbon Street, and much like the people that take care of Bourbon Street, I have a lot of admiration for all of the sanitation workers and people who work for the city to make sure Leiden stays beautiful.
I could see where it could be a full-time job planning this every year and keeping this going.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us and seeing part of what Drew October has in the eyes of us as people experiencing it for the first time.
Tell us what we missed and what we need to do next year.
And tell us about your favorite hutspot recipes.
Oh, yeah. I really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to making that.
I think we can make a version of it. That'd be pretty good.
For sure. And we will see you next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.